I'm going to show you guys my step-by-step plan that I am going to do in real time to scale my $5,000 live account to $10,000 per month, hopefully in the next 6 months or so. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but once I run through the math and run through the numbers, you guys will start to understand where I'm coming from. Now, this video can apply to you no matter where you are, no matter what goals you have. Maybe it's just $2,000 per month. Maybe it's $5,000 per month. Maybe it's $50,000 per month, right? Depending on where you are at currently, this logic will definitely help you visualize your goals better and give you a better idea of what's actually possible. Now, I want to make something very clear right off the bat. I have been trading for 8 years. I have a lot of experience in the financial markets. I know how different assets move. To me, this $10,000 a month is a lot more reasonable than a lot of you guys who aren't even profitable yet. So the first thing that I would recommend before even watching this video is to find a system in place that works. Now, lucky for you guys, I've recently coded a new trading system based on a lot of my lower time frame entry criteria into these real-time, buy and sell signals here. This is our newest indicator inside of my trading group. So this is the strategy or the indicator that I plan on using to help me scale my $5,000 live account to $10,000 per month. Again, I plan on showing full proof and documentation with broker statements, results, all that sort of thing. So if you guys are interested in the trading system that I'm using, then make sure to click the first link in the description below to get access to this trading algorithm. It's basically just trading V-shaped reversals after a sweep of external liquidity. But anyway, okay, let's jump into the math behind scaling to $10,000 per month. So let's say you have a starting balance of $5,000. Okay, this is the balance I'm going to start with this challenge account. Okay, I plan on risking around $400 per trade. Now, this is not great risk management, okay? This means 11 trades, 10, 11 trades, I end up blowing my account. I am very confident in my trading system that I will not lose more than 4 or 5 trades in a row. This is around a 10% risk of your account, which is a higher risk. But my target for this is going to be 7R per month. So if you're kind of unfamiliar with trading terms, this $400 is going to be 1R. This is how much I risk with stop out included per trade. And my goal is to get 7 times this, okay, to equal $2,800 per month. Now, 7R I can do in a few trading days, okay? I've done this in 1 trading day. However, I want to be as realistic as possible. I know for a fact that consistently, month over month, I can reach this 7 to 10R per month, okay? That might only be 2 winning trades at a 1 to 3 risk to reward, and all the other trades are break even. That could mean 7 trades at a 1 to 1 risk to reward, right? So there's a lot of ways you can go about this, but 7R per month is very, very attainable, especially with the trading system that I teach. I have had members, make this in a single day. I've had members make double, triple this in a single week using good risk management, okay? So this is, I think, very, very attainable. So if we take that number, okay, $2,800 per month, 2 months in, it would be 2,800 times 2, which is 5,600. Round that down to around a $10,000 portfolio after 2 months in, okay? At this point, I'd want to up my risk, maybe another micro contract if I'm trading NQ. Again, this can go for any asset, doesn't have to be NASDAQ. But this is just a plan that I am laying out for myself for NASDAQ trading. I plan on risking around $500 per trade, maybe an extra contract. As my portfolio grows, I want to scale my risk alongside that. So up the risk, $500 per trade, which is now a 5% risk on that $10,000 portfolio, which is still pretty good risk management. This isn't too crazy. And that would net me around $3,500 per month with that same 7R. Now, I do want to preface as well, there are going to be months where this 7R might be 20R. There are months where this 7R might be 3R. There are months where we might have losing months. But again, I'm averaging out all of those months into 7R per month, which is what I believe is attainable for myself and anyone else who is following my system and following the rules. I believe that this is attainable. So now we're making $3,500 per month. Wait another 2 months. 3,500 times 2 is 7K. So now we're just going to say we have a portfolio of 17K starting from that initial $5,000 balance. At this point, I'd probably up my risk to around $1,000 per trade. So double the contracts from that 500, right? So now we're maybe entering with 5, 6 micro contracts here. And that would be around $7,000 per month. Again, every R is now $1,000. Times that by 2, and 6 months in, we'll have a $30,000 portfolio, probably risking around $1,500 or $2,000 per trade, averaging well over $10,000 per month with that 7R. Now, is this possible for you guys? I don't know. Probably not, okay? Because there are going to be some losing months. If you guys don't have proper risk management, if you guys don't have the proper trading psychology down, then this really isn't reasonable. However, I've been trading for so long, I believe that this is attainable for anyone who has a proper system in place and can follow their rules. Again, this is a challenge that I've set out for myself. I don't believe anyone on YouTube, period, has turned $5,000 into $10,000 per month. Average, after 6 months with pretty good risk management. I mean, I'm not full porting my entire account here. Now, let me show you guys, why I think this is possible. Okay, so let's take, for example, NASDAQ today. Okay, there were a few good setups on NASDAQ today. Let's say, first of all, this long position was a very easy long. We had bullish momentum, sweep of liquidity, V-shaped reversal. That's a 2R right there. Let's say you took the short signal as well. Again, a nice little V-shaped reversal. Stop loss probably at this high, targeting this liquidity down here at 4.5. So that's already 6.5 risk to reward ratio just on these two trades here, let alone the pre-market trades, let alone this most recent short, 6.5 R. So that is almost that whole monthly target and literally two trades in the span of 30 minutes, guys. So that's why I say 7R is attainable with this method. Again, if you want to be using good risk management and you don't want to partake in this challenge with me, because there is a high likelihood you will blow all of this, okay? Again, this is just what I'm doing. I'm just showing you guys the numbers. But if we're using actual good risk management, let's say you have a $5,000 port, I'd probably only risk around $200, okay? $200 per trade. Now, still, if you're making $200 per trade, right, that's how much you're risking. So that's equal to 1R, right? And you're still averaging 7 to 10 R per month. That's 1,500 around, okay? That's around 1,500, okay, per month. Around $1,500 per month on a $200 risk using good risk management on a 5K account. Let me show you guys what this will look like in terms of your trades, right? How many trades you will have to take at what risk to reward to get to this number. This is a nice little user manual here that I've made for the new algorithm, and I actually covered the math on one of these slides. Okay, so here's what's possible with, my trading system that I've gone over in this channel. If you only take trades that are obvious, here's what the math will kind of look like. And in this case, at a $500 risk, okay? So let's say you take 12 A+ trade setups in 30 days, okay? That is reasonable. That's around 3 high probability trade setups per week, which again, you can, in some days, you might get that in one single day. But again, you're waiting for those A+ setups. Let's say you take 12 of them in 30 days. Let's say you win 3 of them at a 1 to 3 risk to reward, which would be 9R. Let's say you win 2 of them at a 1 to 2 risk to reward, which is 4R. Let's say you have 3 break-even trades, which I think is pretty realistic here, so 0R. And let's say you have 4 losing trades, okay? Keep in mind, these are A+ setups, and we have 4 losing trades at a negative 4R. At the end of that 30-day period, you will be up a total of 9R, which is 2R more than what I've showed you guys. So if you're risking $500 per trade, that's $4,500 in a 30-day period. Now, that is like the average American salary. Trading maybe 1 hour per day, looking for those high probability setups, using good risk management. This is what is possible, guys. So I hope this video helped you kind of visualize your goals, give you a realistic expectation of what's attainable when you have a proper trading system, when you are using proper risk management. If you guys want to get access to my new trading system that I'm going to be using on this challenge account, make sure to click the first link in the description below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. If you guys found value, comment something down in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree with me. Subscribe to the channel for more trading content, and I'll see you guys next video.